Ani Buju, Nibanami Kanan Bamose, Indijna Kas Mangan Dodem, Ganoshikaning and Donjaba. My name is Brian Newland. I'm the chairperson of the Bay Mills Indian community, also a member of the Chippewa-Ottawa Resource Authority, and a signatory to the 1836 Treaty of Washington, which allowed the state of Michigan to come into existence. And that treaty reserved our right to fish, gather, hunt, and prey throughout the lands we ceded, including the Straits of Mackinac. That's a right that's been upheld by the United States District Court for the Western District of Michigan, and we are co-managing the Upper Great Lakes fishery with the state of Michigan under that court supervision pursuant to our treaty rights. So we've been in a partnership, a forced marriage, if you will, with the state of Michigan for nearly 4 decades, managing the Upper Great Lakes fishery. Now, I was elected to office just a year ago, and the state was purportedly consulting with the tribes about what's going to happen with the Line 5 pipeline. And without any warning to any of us, this agreement was announced between the state and Enbridge. And then the message from the governor's office to us in the Chippewa-Ottawa Resource Authority was, sorry. And we got together and we vented a little bit, and they said, well, we're going to talk going forward. We're going to consult some more. So fast forward to October in a meeting that the tribes had with the administration here in Lansing. We sat at a table with officials from the administration, and they said, despite the rumors, there's no finalized agreement between the state and Enbridge. 3 days later, a finalized agreement between the state and Enbridge was released. Then I went to the Mackinac Bridge Authority meeting several weeks ago in St. Ignace, and I listened to this administration tell the public, taxpayers of Michigan will not be on the hook for this tunnel. Less than a week later, the governor is asking the legislature to appropriate $4.5 million to pay for the cost of this tunnel. Then we heard the Mackinac Bridge Authority is not going to pay for this. And what do we find? A draft agreement between the Mackinac Bridge Authority and Enbridge, negotiated by this administration, requiring the Bridge Authority to file lawsuits on behalf of Enbridge if they're denied permits and paying for its own costs. So, lying to tribes is unfortunately a sad part of American history, but it should be part of history. It is shameful that here in 2018, this administration on its way out the doors is continuing to lie to the tribes of Michigan, to lie to the taxpayers of Michigan about what this bill and what this deal really is. We are being put on the hook for it, we are being put at risk for it, and we are being told that that is not going to be the case. They're lying to us, they're not telling us the truth, and if we're able to find all this out, what is going into this bill that we don't know about? I'm asking you to call your legislators, call your representative, call your senator, tell them to vote no on 1197. Don't jam this tunnel down our throat and start telling us the truth. Thank you.